Hi everyone, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video is going to be part 2 of our backlogging or decorating of the Pocket Moleskine Daily. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this kind of content, and if you do, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, welcome back. Now, if you're new, this is going to be a series. Part 1 was decorating January. Part 2 is we're gonna decorate February. And if you're asking what the hell I'm doing, I received a Pocket Moleskine Daily from Binta in France, and I am getting back into it. So what I'm doing is going back and decorating each month together with you, and then I'm going to transfer all my information in the evenings when I can. So I am back in my Eternal Leather Goods in brown. This is a pocket TN, pocket wide TN with 4 strings. I slide my Pocket Moleskine Daily. This is now my 3rd year. Again, if you are new, I didn't want to purchase multiples because the paper quality was really bad. If you want more information, there's videos from last year or earlier this year talking about this. However, Binta sent me a good quality one, so I am just so excited to just be into one book and having it again. So with that being said, today we are going to set up February. And you can see here, January is here and she's beauteous, but we're gonna set her aside because now we're gonna go into February and we're gonna put, if you guys remember, this is our February theme. I loved her. And then these were the February stickers to go with the theme. I'm sorry if there's a glare, you guys. So let's put the 28th here so that I don't go past it. Let's get my little Post-its to make this even, somewhat even. Is this even? Maybe not. Let's take some off. There we go. Okay, and I believe I have one. I believe we are, what is this? This is my light sand. I don't know the number. Maybe it's 990. It's my favorite one. It's in my spiel. So we're just gonna go ahead and highlight like we normally would. I'm so excited. The last one, I recorded one earlier today. I recorded January. I'm hoping to record February and March today, and April probably tomorrow. I don't think I have it in me to do all of them at once, but I would love to, so that all I have to do is edit. But I went to go upload them into my editing program, and it was 1 hour and 2 minutes long, you guys. And I know that I'm not gonna have to edit a lot out because I was pretty consistent in my chatting with you guys in that video, that I have come to the conclusion that all of these are gonna be about 1 hour long because we're making up for a whole month. Typically, when we do these in the future, and if you go back to the old ones, you know that this probably takes about, I don't know, depending on how chatty I am, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes. Well, let's be real. It takes about 35 minutes for me to do a weekly with you. So the fact that I'm like rushing through and doing a whole month with you guys, I expected it to be about 1 hour. I was hoping to shoot for like 45 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see how fast I can get February done. But if you're new to the party, I've been doing Pocket Moleskine for 2 years. Oh no, I did that one wrong. Boo! I'm going too fast. You knucklehead, Noelia. That one's gonna be off 1, but it is what it is. What a gooberson. It's one mistake, Noelia. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I had a pocket Moleskine daily. Again, this is not a planner for me. This is my journal of the day. And I kind of download, I decorate with you guys every week and have for the last 2 years. Now we're going on our third now that I have it in my hot little hands. And it's my place to decorate and create stickers and themes and just keep a log. And I love it for that reason. One of the reasons why I wasn't liking the dailies in my everyday carry is because I couldn't reference previous months. But the thing I did love about it was that I had everything in one place. But again, I was limited by how much I could carry. I could only carry 1 month at a time in the planner because it would just chunk up my planner to the point of, yeah, not being fun to carry around or to use. The good news is, what I am excited about is that now that I'm going to be taking those dailies out of my everyday carry, my Franklin Covey, it's going to be roomier. I took a lot out, or I put stuff in, like it's the time of the year where my garden stuff goes into my everyday carry so that I can reference. And I was having to put the bare minimum in my planner because the dailies were taking up so much space. So I'm excited. Lucy is my cat, I swear. Ruby's always asleep. And especially on these cold days, Ruby's like, I'm chilling like a villain in bed. Lucy is just a nut about stuff. Like, I don't even know what to do with her sometimes. So anyways, being able to take the dailies out and go back to the pocket Moleskine for the remainder of the year is gonna make my everyday carry so nice. So nice. So I'm super happy that I get to do this again. I'm so ecstatic. You guys are gonna hear 4 videos because I just finished January. I'm doing February video, and you're gonna hear that I'm gonna say I'm so ecstatic or excited a gajillion times. So I apologize in advance. If you did watch my January video and heard my craziness about my pool construction, I don't know if I mentioned it. I was talking so much in that video. Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry, guys, but this is what you guys like. It's doing these with me and me chatting and telling you crazy stories and all the bonkerness that exists in my life. But he was asking me, they pulled out the vanity and he was asking me for specific, like very specific measurements and things he needed for the vanity to have in order to cover the tile or whatever. So I couldn't find it and I was stressing myself out. Oh no, what happened there? It is what it is. And so I finally just called him this morning and I'm like, Jack, I cannot find what the heck you're asking me to find. Like, nothing fits what your specifications are in order for this to do. So he's gonna meet me tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we're gonna go together and he's gonna pick out what he wants and I'm gonna pay for it. Such is construction. Such is construction, you all. But I can't wait. It's gonna be, this summer is gonna be great. And Kieran, I remembered that she was flying to the East Coast to see her family. She was flying out today, so I made sure I reached out to her and wished her safe travels. She will not be here for my birthday. She will be on the East Coast, so she said she will treat me to lunch or dinner, we don't know yet, when she comes back. So that'll be fun. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a cat mom. Like, these cats have me wrapped around their finger. Lucy's gonna be meowing. She wants my attention. I was sitting on the couch because I took a break from recording and uploading everything, and I was just sitting on the couch with Jay chatting, and Lucy came inside and she sat in her little furry bed on the couch next to me, and I was like, okay, my break's over. I need to film the second video. And the second I got up, she's like, Mom, why are you leaving me? And then she gets up. And now she won't go back to bed, even though it's freezing outside and she should just go back to bed. But alas, she follows me everywhere. I'm her person. What's funny is that Ruby has now, as she's getting older, she's getting back to being lovey-dovey with everybody. She used to just be lovey-dovey with Belle. And now she's lovey-dovey with all of us. She even sits on my eldest, Chrissy's lap, and he gets so excited about it. He's like, Mom, Ruby's sitting on my lap. He'll text me like, come see. And she's all cuddled with Chrissy. She does it with Jay, and she just started, this morning I woke up to her sitting on my chest, like just purring like nobody's business. And I'm like, wow, what has gotten into you, girlfriend? Normally she's a little priss. I hope I'm doing this right. I messed up on the one day, but that's okay. I was going too fast. Today's been quiet. I just had a couple of work calls and I'm excited. I'm gonna have a lot of freaking editing to do though, you guys, getting this, but I am so excited. I don't know if Mercury retrograde is over, and maybe that's why I feel a little bit more positive than I've been the last 3 weeks, or if it's just because Binta sent me this planner and now I'm just excited and looking forward to doing it again and just chatting with y'all. Not that we weren't doing it, because you guys, we were doing the dailies in the, oh, what is happening? It's like ripping. I don't know what's happening. Should I take it out of? We were doing dailies together, but it was just different. I don't know, it's different. Ring inserts for dailies are very different than having the bound book for the year. Let's just say what it is. I am hopeful that next year I will not be using a Moleskine. I will be using something else, and I am excited for that something else. And there's Lucy begging me to go sit on the couch so that she can sleep comfortably knowing Mommy's right next to her. You little nut job. Go lay down, Luce. I'm gonna have to stop the video, carry her to her sleeping quarters so that she knows she's safe and Mom's here. But if she gets up again, I'm going to be annoyed. All right, so now we will proceed. Where are our words? So look at how many sheets I printed out, you guys. This is no joke. I was like serious about this. So let's do our words. And yeah, I remember doing February's and not liking the stickers. And I think one of you guys, I can't remember who it was, one of you guys commented on it. It was funny. They're like, what the hell are those things? I don't know. They're supposed to be like wine splatters. This is supposed to be like, you know, I'm in the wine business, so wine cup splatters, but Belle made me laugh. She's like, it looks like blood. It looks like she's a serial killer and it's blood. I'm like, wow, really? Come on. It's just wine cup and wine spills. This is gonna drive me insane, so I'm gonna have to cut it in half. Let's do that now. So then, okay, let's do right here. That way I'm not having to hold the whole thing. And it just is so annoying. Okay. Go lay down, Luce. All right, this is manageable instead of having a whole page that I'm holding on to. So if I can get all of these recorded today, then I will be able to spend the rest of the day just going through my dailies and transferring the info. And by that I mean, like, here's February's. I would be transferring all of this info to the Moleskine. And that's gonna be quite a task. I'm gonna have to tell myself to just go slow. Like, I don't have to, because if I'm trying to get it all done at once, my writing gets really messy when I'm tired or when I'm rushing. You guys are gonna hear Lucy in the background, and I'm not gonna edit that out because it's just gonna take forever to edit her out. So if you hear her whining in the background, you know that that's Lucy, my black cutie pie, little spoiled brat. So yeah, I'm gonna try not to rush through writing everything in, because I don't want it to look like chicken scratch. And that's what tends to happen, where it's funny when I'm with my bosses and I'm taking notes, like they'll be like shooting all kinds of things at me. And he's like, he looks at my page and it looks so weird. And he's like, are you writing shorthand? I'm like, no, it's just, I write down keywords that will trigger this whole conversation. I don't need to write down like every single word they're telling me. I just know if I write one or two keywords, when I go back to like write out my tasks for that meeting, those will make sense to me. And what's so funny is, like, I'll write words and stuff, and then I'll like circle it and put arrows, and then I'll go to another like section, and he's like, what in the hell are you writing? I'm like, don't worry, dude, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. I'm gonna try to get Lucy settled after this one day, and I'm gonna press pause, get her nestled in her bed so that she stops meowing in the background. My goodness, cat. I'm barely on the 9th. I think everybody has their method of like taking notes. My brain, I process information so fast sometimes that I just need to have the key things to remind myself. Okay, I'm gonna go put her to bed. I swear this cat is like a toddler, like no joke. I'm like crawling, setting her in bed, and then crawling away slowly to pretend like I'm still in bed so that they don't cry. You remember that with your kids? Did your kids ever do that, where it's like you're just wanting them to go to sleep, take a nap, and then they finally do, and you're like, there's a video of a guy who's a dad who's like falling asleep with his kid, and then he's like slithering out of bed trying to get away from his kid, but the second you move, the kid wakes up. That's how Lucy is. Lucy has, I have a spot that I sit at on my couch, and she has a little bed, like a little furry bed that she has there, and she will sleep there or on my lap, depending on what we're doing. And it's freezing outside, and she was sleeping on the little ottoman out there, so I brought her in. And she's like, well, you brought me in, so now you have to sit next to me so that I can sleep. And I'm trying to record this video, but I tricked her. I put a little catnip, and then I sat there for a little bit until she kind of is too tired to get up. She just wants to sleep, so hopefully she stays there. I'm telling you, these cats have me wrapped around with their finger. And Ruby is like conked out in somebody's room. She doesn't care. She just comes out when she knows it's time for food, and I call her. Otherwise, she's like getting her beauty sleep. She doesn't care. So we'll see. Hopefully this one doesn't take forever. Maybe, because we still have to see. I almost forgot about that. We still have to decorate our monthly. So we'll do that right now, just because I don't want to forget it. Thank God today's a slow day and I can take the time to do this. So yeah, what else can I chat with you guys about besides what I've already chatted with you in January video? What else is going on? Work is good. Kids are good. I can't wait to have the backyard done. I am turning 49 next week. And I go through the same thing I do every year, where I'm like, I look at my face and my wrinkles, and I'm like, do I want to go get a micro peel? I'm thinking I'm gonna do a micro peel. Here's what I'll tell you. My boss is clearly, my female boss is 5 years older than me, and my male boss is 10 years older than me. Obviously, when you have money, you're able to do all of the dermatology kind of stuff because they're expensive. And I don't know, I asked my boss something, and she was like, you should go to a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon and get, you know, a really deep micro peel or laser. So I went for a consultation. I was like, I'm gonna go see, because I want it, by the time I'm 50, I want to feel good. I want to be, you guys, I think I've said this before, I want to age gracefully. I've accepted, thankfully, the way that my gray hairs have come in. I call it tinsel hair. The way that my tinsel hair has come in is it just blends beautifully with my natural. I kind of have like, I don't know, like, what is it? It's a brown, but not like a dark brown. It's like a light brown. I want to say it's like ash. Is that what they call it? I don't remember. My brain is telling me what it is, but I can't spit it out. So yeah, so I've kind of embraced the gray hair, although my female boss is like, Noelia, dye your hair. You don't, that's like a telltale sign that you're old, is by having gray hair. She dyes her hair all the time. My boss used to, and then he stopped. And he's funny. And so, so anyways, she's like, you should go see somebody like a dermatologist or a plastic surgeon. Not like a plastic surgeon to get like work done, but like, I guess in some places they have like a med spa where that's where people do their Botox and fillers and whatnot. And so we have one here that's very reputable and was recommended to me. So I set up a consultation with their what is it? She was a nurse practitioner who specializes in the esthetician. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know I'm bonkery. And esthetician, yeah. And so I met with her, and I guess the way that it works is that when you set up time with her, like she right then and there, she's ready to pump you up with whatever you're asking for. And that wasn't why I went. I was like, I need to know what's available to me. I don't know all the gadgets and gizmos galore. Okay, I just know that I'm aging and I want to still look, my skin to look bright and shiny and happy and not like sunken. I feel like I'm just, I don't know, I'm losing a lot of, well, what she said was, let me go there. So I met with her, she was super nice, and she's like, well, what are we doing for you today? I'm like, you're not doing anything. You're not touching anything on my face. I just want to know what is happening. And so she's just basically told me, she's like, look, you can do a laser, which she recommended, and I think I'm going to do. But apparently there's like seasons for this stuff. I had no idea. You guys, I am like so far out of touch with stuff like this, other than seeing celebrities who look like horrible because they've put fillers or Botox or whatever. So at any rate, she basically said, she looked at my face, and because I was a vineyard manager for so long and I did not take care of my skin and put sunscreen and everything I should have done when I worked in the vineyard with my crews, I have a lot of like sunspots, and I do have melasma on my forehead. If you've watched me on Instagram, I've shown it before, and Belle calls it my natural bronzer because of how it is on my forehead. It really does look like a natural bronzer. And of course it gets darker in the summer. So she saw my skin and she's like, you actually have really good skin, but I would do a laser for you. And she's like, it's called, what is she called? A BBL and a Moxie combo laser. And when she said BBL, I started laughing because I was like, what I would give to do a BBL. I mean, my God, the other one. So she giggled. She's like, no, BBL. And she told me what it stands for facial. So it's basically a laser and volumizing. It's two lasers. One is to deal with the pigmentation of my, I have one very specific dark spot on my cheek. And I remember when I was at the winery, my assistant, it was like the size of an eraser. And my assistant, who had breast cancer, would freak out about it. And so she called dermatologist. I went in. It was just a dark spot, like, and it keeps growing. It is what it is. And they called it something, and so she's like, yeah, we'll do the BBL and Moxie. And what that will do is one of them will take out that pigmentation in your skin, so you won't have any melasma or any of the little, my melasma is so light that you wouldn't be able to see it anymore, she said, with this one of these procedures. And it will take out the one on my cheek. And then the second part of it is just like, I don't know how she explained it. She's like, you're going to feel like you had a sunburn, but you're not going to shed or peel or do anything. Because I was like, I've seen people online who do these things and they look like monsters right after. She's like, nope. She's like, you're just going to feel sunburned for the first 2 days. She's like, and then it'll be like it'll feel like your face is like sandpaper, but all of that is normal. And then it'll be bright and shiny again. And so I'm like, okay, great, let's do it. She's like, no, you have to do it in the winter time. You can't do it now. You have to wait. And so she's like, we could do it in like November-ish, because here in California, she's like, because I'm like, let's do it as soon as possible. And she's like, no. She's like, for sure by your next year, by your 50th birthday, you will have, we'll get it done and you'll feel really good about your skin. And then she talked, so I was like, okay, what else is going on? And she talked about fillers. She's like, because you're aging. Okay, we're done, guys.
we're done with February. So let's go to February here and let's just do this so that I don't forget. Is this the right one? I think this is the right one. So she's just like, you're losing, you know, mass under the reason why you have these like sunken in kind of look to my eyes is because you lose fat. All of this is new to me, you guys. I don't pay attention to this stuff. I never have. But as I'm getting older, I'm seeing, you know, changes. Obviously, we all see changes as we get older. And like I said, I want to age gracefully, but I don't want to look so just, I feel like I look very tired all the time. And one of the reasons, which, ooh, I gotta tell you about that. Oh no, did that not work? Do I want to put a big one up here? I might want to, and not put a little one. Let's put that there. Do I want two big ones? Is that gonna be too much? Let's do like a half and see, but a big half. I don't know, we might put the whole one. One of the things I have been noticing and why I went to go see her was because I was noticing that when I was putting my makeup on, yeah, that looks nice, right? Where's my girl? She's back here. That looks good. Yay, this is so exciting, you guys. One of the reasons why I was serious and finally went to go to a med spa and see what was available to me is because I was noticing that when I was putting makeup on, because my face is drying. How do I want to do this? Let's try it out because I can't remember how this worked. Yeah, that's probably what I did. We did big ones and then we did little ones. Let's see. And when I would put makeup on, it just felt, I don't know, it just felt weird. I don't think I like two. I think I need to put a half here. What do you guys think? I don't know, it just, my face felt very dry, and when I put makeup on, you could just see, I don't know what it was, you guys. I just know I didn't like the way it felt, and I didn't like the way I was looking with makeup. So genuinely, I stopped wearing makeup because I would rather not wear makeup and not feel this grossness and the dryness, and it looked like you could see my pores. I don't know. It was just, I get it. I'm getting older. I understand. I'm doing all the big ones first and then we'll come back and do the little ones. Like, I get that I'm getting older, but it's just a shock to my system that my skin isn't as vibrant and as young. I guess, again, this is what happens when you get old. It's no surprise. Like, I'm not upset by it, but I also want to feel good in my skin, like literally. And so that was one of the reasons why I was really concerned and wanted to go see her, because I'm like, I don't want to be able to see my face, my makeup look this way. And so anyways, point story is she also talked, so we're gonna do the laser for sure in like end of October, November-ish, which is great anyway because my bosses leave and they travel. And so if I do have any side effects that are more than just the redness that you would feel on the first few days, then I'm not going to see anybody. I won't be at investment meetings. I won't have any kind of issues with that. And so then she was like, I'm like, what else? Like, be honest. It's like you're with a plastic surgeon and they're, you know, they're telling you what they would fix on you if they could. So I just told her, be honest with me. What else is available and what do you think I need? And she's like, I would do voluminous. It's called a voluma. She's like, I would do voluma filler, just right, like not under your eye, but like near your cheek to kind of fill in the area that is, I've lost fat. And I told her no. I was like, there's no freaking way in hell I'm gonna put filler. I've seen people, like everybody, we've all seen people on, you know, celebrities who do this and they look horrendous. What do they call it? They call it pillow face. And so I told her, I'm like, look, this is a concern, you know, that I have, that I am losing, you know, fat. And she's like, well, you can have like the plastic surgeon do a fat transfer, but that's going to cost a lot, she said. She's like, I would do filler. And she's like, I get, you know, people have overused it and they go back. She's like, for you, it would just be like a one-time thing. You would do like, apparently it's like a certain amount of syringes for people. And she's like, you would probably need one syringe and it'll be very subtle, but it'll fill that area that is, you know, sunken in. She's like, no amount of concealer is going to help in that area. She's like, you would need to have filler or do a fat transfer, which I guess a fat transfer is natural. A filler, you're putting in something foreign into your body. And apparently, I've done my research, it migrates. And I don't know if any of you have done fillers, please let me know. You can DM me if you don't want to talk about it on my YouTube comments. Just DM me on Instagram. I would love to know like your experience and good or bad. So yeah, she was like, you know, you could have a surgeon do fat transfer, the plastic surgeon do a fat transfer. She's like, but that's very expensive. As opposed to, I'm putting them all in the same spot, but it's just because I don't want to be, did I do one on each side? Yeah, last one. And then we'll cut the others in half. So she said like, that they can make it very subtle, that, you know, you just would need maybe 2 or 3 syringes and that's it. You wouldn't need it again. She's like, maybe if you want touch-ups in the following years, you can, but she's like, we're very pro not putting a lot on your face. She's like, we care that you're not doing that. We want you to be, you know what I mean, to look youthful, but we don't want you to be looking like pillow face. So I don't know. I did my research and I don't know. Like I said, I want to age gracefully, but if I can get a little bit of help, that would be great. But I think what I'm going to do, how I'm feeling about it, is I'm going to do the laser to kind of just do the, oh my God, this is going to drive me nuts. I'm definitely going to do the laser in like October, November, whenever I guess it's something you do during a specific season, because you can't do it during the spring or summer because that's when you're exposed to the sun the most, and that would be painful, she said. So I am going to do the BBL Moxie is what it's called, and do that laser treatment to get to just not resurface, I don't know what the words are, to just smooth out my face, because the pigmentation that I have due to the sun damage was a real thing. I remember when the spot on my, it's called something, my dermatologist, it's called something, but I remember my assistant, she was freaking out by it. It's grown a gajillion times since then. So I don't know, I just would like to have the pigmentation gone. that one on my cheek. It's so prominent, like it's so prominent. So yeah, but the filler portion, I don't know, part of me wants to do it just under the, or by the cheek. I have big cheeks, you guys, in case you haven't seen me on Facebook or Instagram rather. When I smile, I've always had chubby cheeks. And yeah, so she says a little bit there would help with the fat that I've lost. So we'll see. I am not I don't know, is it not taking it seriously? I'm not really considering fillers or Botox. I don't know. I just feel like putting something in, but at the same time, I'm like, do I not know what I'm missing until I do it? But I think step one is just do the lasers at the end of the year, and hopefully that will just make me feel good that my skin is, you know, the pigmentation is gone, and I'll just feel fine with that and not want to do anything else. I think for me, minimal is better. And apparently these laser things are normal. It's like having an extensive micro peel. It's expensive. I mean, gee whiz. I think it's like $2,500 to do the laser, but she said it's so worth it. So I'm gonna invest in myself, and I will keep you all posted. I'm sure I'm gonna Instagram it to scare the hell out of you guys. You guys, but I think it's just, I don't know, I think it's normal. And I think for women, I am not a proponent of caring what people think. I believe that you should do things that make you feel good, and it's nobody's, I don't think people should judge what other people do. But also, I believe in sharing. I believe, you know, there's a lot of stuff that that has happened in my life that I have shared as a you're not alone feeling. Like, you know, you're not alone for feeling a certain kind of way or something happening to you. I really believe that. I believe in support by numbers, right? Even if it's one person. So anyways, that's my story about my skincare and meeting with a nurse practitioner who specializes in skincare. It was a very nice experience. What was funny is she's like, so we're not doing anything today? We're not doing Botox or filler today? I'm like, no. Is that what usually happens? And she's like, yeah, people come in, they do a consult, and whatever I tell them to do, we numb up their face and we inject them. I'm like, oh no, that's not me, girlfriend. I am not a jump in without doing my thorough research of what it is that I'm getting myself into. And she giggled. She thought that was funny. She's like, wow, okay. She's like, that's a first. And I'm like, really? People don't come in and just like chat with you about it? She's like, yeah, they chat with me, but then I think I can throw these out. She's like, then they jump in and do it. And mind you, guys, I asked how much. She said she would use, it's called Voluma. She would use the Voluma filler if I decided to do it. Because I asked for the name. I'm like, what would you use? Are there different ones? She's like, yes, there's different ones. This is the one I would use on you. $750 for a vial of filler. And I was, again, all this is new to me. I would have never considered any of this. And the only thing I am doing for sure is the laser. But again, that won't happen until the end of the year. She said I just missed the window. If I would have gone in like February, March, I would have been able to do it. But that's okay. I'll do it at the end of the year. But I can't imagine how much people spend on this. And I guess rich people or celebrities, it's not a big deal, but $850 for a vial. Oh, that doesn't feel right. Am I going to be able to lift it? Ah! I'm going to redo that because it was too low. Am I on camera? Gee whiz, Noelia. You're doing all this off camera, girlfriend. Figure it out. I think it's because the camera, I positioned it. Somewhere I recorded and it cut off. So at any rate, I did this one and now I'm doing this one. What I was saying is that right now I'm only concerned about having my skin feel and look good, and that is just like micro peels or laser that would help kind of with that. And resurfacing, as they call it. And I'm looking on TikTok and Instagram and I type in the BBL and Moxie laser, and it, I mean, I've seen so many good results from it. So I'm sad that I missed the window for this year, but, or for, yeah. Oh, see, that's cut too tight. Let me see if another one is better. Yeah, there we go. But I'm excited to do it for next year for sure. Or for the end of this year. And she says once you do the laser, like it's a, you don't need to do it like all the time. Like I would just do it the one time and probably wouldn't need it again for if I wanted to do it again. But she says that typically what happens is you do the laser, and she's like, and you just are diligent with your skincare routine. And if you do your skincare routine the way you're supposed to, then you won't need to do any kind of lasers later, because you're basically taking your skin to the best position, or what's the word, the best possible start by doing the laser and resurfacing. And then when you do your skincare like normal, then you're basically just, you know, now basically, how many times am I going to say basically? You're now taking care of your skin the way you should, and you're building on that again. So it's kind of like a do-over, I guess, is how I interpreted it when she was explaining it to me. So I'm all for a do-over at 49, you guys. All for a do-over. It's funny how I tell Belle now, I'm like, girl, you better take care of your skin. You better put sunscreen every day. You better, and she's like, Mom, I'm like, yeah, I get it. It sounds so silly now, but when you're my age, you are gonna wish you had done more to take care of your skin. I think we all have those woulda, coulda, shoulda, but didn't moments in all kinds of aspects of our lives. So yeah, that is my skincare. I'm trying to convince Belle. My son, it's so funny, my oldest, Chrissy, is so all about his skincare. That kid wakes up in the morning, does his skincare before bed. It is like a routine. He does his skincare. And now I have, like, there would be days, you guys know I have an insert in my, whatchamacallit, in my planner, and I would just fall off. Like, I'd start strong with my skincare, going back to doing everything in the morning and at night, and then I'd fall off. I'd get lazy and be like, oh, I don't want to get up and wash my face and do everything. No, now I'm like, dang it. I'm gonna have to take this one off. Darn it. That's number 2 today. Now I'm like diligent about it. Like I will set an alarm and do my nighttime routine. I saw something interesting, or she told me that the gal, the esthetician, nurse practitioner, esthetician, she's like, take me through your skincare routine. And so I told her what I had, and she's like, everything you're using is perfect for you, like perfect. She's like, the only thing I would change is don't wash your face in the morning with the cleanser. And I thought she was crazy. I'm like, what do you mean? Like everything I've seen and read, and she's like, no, she's like, because the stuff that you're using at night is so great she's like, you want it to soak in all night. She's like, so there's nothing to do but rinse your face. She's like, rinse your face in the morning with lukewarm water. She's like, and then apply your morning routine skincare. She's like, you don't need to have the hydrating cleanser in the morning. She's just do that at night and do it well at night, because there goes that one too. She's like, do it well, hydrating cleanser at night, because you're wearing your sunscreen. And I don't wear makeup during the day, you guys. I don't go out. I work from home. The days that I do go out, I will wear a little bit of concealer, but like I said, I'm not liking the way my skin is looking with makeup on, and so I've been kind of hesitant. I try not to put makeup on if I don't need to. Like, it's okay if I look scary. Like, the appliance guy came, this guy knows me for over 10 years. He comes, and I'm not gonna put makeup on to see him. Like, nobody cares. My appliance people or my contractors, they don't care if I look like Scary Spice. Like, they're good. As long as I pay them for their services, I could come out looking like Frankenstein. They're not gonna care. So yeah, so that's what she said. She's like, you don't, just rinse your face really well with just normal, you know, lukewarm. She's like, be very, this is also cut weird. She's like, be very mindful not to use hot water. And I take showers, you guys, burning hot water, like scorching hot. And she told me, she's like, just make sure that when you're rinsing your face, both in the morning and at night, that it is with lukewarm water. Do not cook your face. You're already losing hydration because of age. And she's like, you want lukewarm water. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been working great. And so let's just pray that, and she said, she's like, it's never too late. She's like, you're barely 49. She's like, if you just keep doing this and keep, you know, on track. She's like, you know, when you're 60, 70, you'll be grateful that you have a routine. Like, it's better to have one and feel bad, you know, that you didn't start earlier, that you weren't consistent, than to not do it anymore. I noticed here that my printer screwed up, and so it looks like these are correct right here. Those are good, and then it looks like this is the last good one, and the rest are crap. Okay, so let's just look here. We did, February is set up. Let's just show you that. Here's February. Isn't she lovely? And let's go to February. Let's make sure that each one, I have it. There is February. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have my Moleskine back. Binta, I'm gonna say thank you every time I jump into it. You're gonna be a family household name here because you brought joy back. Thank you so much. Okay, so that is February. I think we're done. February is set and ready to go, you guys. And now I will have to do, the next video will be March. Here we go. I'm not gonna put this in while you guys are watching because I struggle. You guys know the struggle bus and putting that in, but I will. And then I will see you in the next video when we set up March. Again, if you are new and you enjoy this kind of content, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, thanks for hanging with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.